Now paper number 50, RRB Clerk Prelim. RRB Clerk Prelim. Now this is paper number 50. Now coming to question numbers 1, 2, 3. These three are based on coding and decoding. Now in this one, what is the code for the word place? Where is place? Now place is there in the second statement. Now if you compare this one, new is common in these three, isn't it? And at the same time, what is the code that is common here? And E, G, F. Now GF is common in all these three, and the code for new is GF. And next one, friends, meeting and place. Now friends is the word that is common between the second and the fourth. And the code that is common between these two is I, R, L. Then here finally we are left with the two words, M, R, J, S. Hence the code for place could be either M or J, S, either 2 or 3. Choice for question number 1. Isn't it? Then coming to question number 2. Now here JS and GF is the code for new meeting. Hence for new meeting, now meeting, what is the code we have? Now GF is the code for what? GF is the code for new, and meeting it is JS. Now if the code for meeting is JS, then what is the normal place? Then place will be what? Now place semicolon. And JS is the code for meeting, and next one IR is the code for friends, and next one GF is. Now the code for this one is what? MR, and the code for place is MR, and normal is nowhere given in the statements, isn't it? And the code to this normal can be any code other than the given codes. And what is the other code we have? MR. Can RH be the code? No, because RH is given in this one. And KL, yes, it can be the code to the word. Choice to question number 2. The next one, third one. And which word has the code TV? Now this TV stands for what? Now TV is there in the first one and the third one, isn't it? As it is there in the first and the third, the word that is common between the first and the third. Now tell me, what is the word that is common? And collect and new. Collect and new are the two words that are common, out of which for new, and we know its code is GF, isn't it? GF is the code. And the left over will be what? Left over is collect, and it is given in choice. And collect or new choice, isn't it? And which is the code for? Now which is the code for this one? And the code for TV. The code for TV definitely be collect only. And R on the chance because it is already GF is the code for this one, and the code is definitely collect choice. Question number 3. Then 4 onwards. Now question number 4 onwards, it is based on row arrangement. How many persons are there? There are some 7 persons seated in a row and seated in a straight line facing north. 4, 5, 6, 7. Then E sits out to the right of A, but none of them are extreme. E sits out to the right of A. Then what are the possibilities we have for this one? E sits out to the right of A, and none of them is at the extreme ends. If you take A here, E sits out to the right. This is one such a possibility. And in the next case, there are some 7 people. If A is here, there are 2 people between E and A. And E sits out to the right of A, but none of them sits at the extreme ends, and only one person between E and G. Now in between E and G, there must be exactly one person. In this case, G can be either here or here. There are 2 possibilities. And 2 persons between B and F. F who sits to the right of B. Now between B and F, there must be exactly 2 people. And B and F sits, and B, F who sits to the right of B. F is to the right hand side of B. F is to the right of B. F is here. B is. F is to the right of B. Then G and B do not sit at the extreme ends. G cannot be at this place. Now G is here. And G and B cannot be at the extreme ends here. The next one, C is an immediate neighbor of A. C and A are adjacent to each other. This case is not possible, isn't it? As this case is not possible here, then we have B and F. Then whatever this one, B and F, there must be exactly 2. F is to the right hand side of B, because B cannot be at the extreme and B is here. Then if B is here, now we have left with 2 more. C is an immediate neighbor of A. C is here. Then who is the person left over here? D is the person. Then now this is about question numbers 4 to 7. The next one, 8th one onwards, it is based on sequence. And which of the following is 10th to the right of 18th from the right? 10th right and 18th right is nothing but right and right. Same direction we need to subtract. 18 minus 10 is what? 8. 8th element from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is choice 3, question number 8. The next 9th one. 4 out of the following odd one out. Now odd one out, then we need to find out the difference between the elements here, E hash and 3. Now between E hash and 3, E and hash, check out what is the pattern we have. E2 hash, 1, 2 plus 2. Hash and 3, 1, 2, 3 minus 3. Hence here the difference is plus 2 minus 3. Isn't it? And in the same way, then 5 and Q. Now in this 5 and Q, if you observe here plus 2, and Q and dollar, it is minus 3 again. W and it is plus 2. And O, it is minus 1. Hence, what is your answer? Except the choice C. And in the remaining plus 2 minus 3, plus 2 minus 3, and so on. Choice C is the odd one, question number 9. Then 10th one, how many such symbols are there? And each of which is preceded by a number and followed by a letter. And the sequence must be number, symbol, and a letter. Number, symbol, and a letter, number, and number, symbol, and a letter. And next one, number, symbol, but not letter. And number, symbol, and but not letter. Isn't it? Hence, how many are there altogether? There is only one. One, that is choice 1, question number 10. Then next one, 11 onwards, there are some 7 people, J, K, L, M, N, O, and P. And they are living in 7-story building and they belong to different states. And each person was living in each floor. Isn't it? Living in the floor but not necessarily in the same. Now altogether how many floors we have? 7. Then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Now there is a parameter added to this one as well. Now we need to find out the place he belongs. Then condition number 1. Now condition number 1 though. Now here, one who belongs to Punjab lives in an odd number floor but above 4th floor. Above 4th floor, odd number floor, how many possibilities we have? 2 possibilities. And the one who belongs to Punjab can be either on the 7th floor or on the 5th floor. Hence there are 2 possibilities to this one. And next one, 3 persons live between K and M. In between K and M who is not immediate to Punjab. Now between K and M, how many people we need to have? Exactly 3. And M is not adjacent to Punjab. As M is not adjacent to Punjab, then now in this case M cannot be here. Hence between K and M we have 3 points. Whether M is above this one or below this one, that is also not known. Isn't it? The next one, between K and M who is not Punjab, N belongs to Sikkim. Whatever this N belongs to Sikkim. N belongs to Sikkim. And 2 persons live between Goa and O. Who lives in an odd number floor. Now between Goa and O, and how many people are there? There must be exactly 2 people. And O lives in an odd number floor. Isn't it? In any order. And next one, odd number floor, the number of persons living above J, same as below P. P who belongs to Assam. Now J and P belongs to what? P belongs to Assam. And 2 persons live between Nagaland and Kerala. One who belongs to Haryana lives immediate floor of Assam. And number of persons between Assam and Punjab is a multiple of 2. And number of persons lives between Assam and Punjab is a multiple of 2. Multiple of 2 means either 2 or 4. In this case, we cannot have 4, hence Assam is at this place. Isn't it? Now in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, Assam can be here or can be here. There are 2 different possibilities. Now here we are having only one possibility here. Then now we have fixed this one, Assam. Then Haryana lives immediate floor to Assam. And Haryana is one who belongs to Haryana lives immediate floor to Assam. And Haryana can be either on the 1st or on the 3rd. Isn't it? Then next one. And one who belongs to Nagaland lives on the 4th floor. Now this Nagaland lives on the 4th floor and K lives below him. Now where is this K? K is below him. As K is below M, there are 3 persons between K and M. As there are 3 persons between K and M cannot be adjacent to Punjab. As M cannot be adjacent to Punjab, isn't it? M cannot be adjacent to Punjab. Then can we have M at this place? My M it is a possibility. There are 3 persons between M and Punjab. K must be here. Isn't it? Then N is from Sikkim. As N is from Sikkim and N is from Sikkim. And one who belongs to Nagaland lives. K lives below M. Any other information we have? And J and P. Number of persons in between J and P is one and the same. And P is from Assam. Who is from Assam? P is from Assam. As P is from Assam, J must be at this place, isn't it? If J is here, then between K and M, N belongs to Sikkim. N belongs to Sikkim. Then what is the only possibility we have? N can be either on the first floor or on the third floor. Isn't it? K is already here. N is here. If N is here, Sikkim must be at this place. Then O lives on an odd number floor. O lives on an odd number floor, hence O can be O lives on an odd number floor. As K and M, there must be exactly 3 people. O lives on an odd number floor is here. And O belongs to odd number floor. There are 2 in between O and Goa. 1, 2, Goa and Assam must be in the same place, not possible. And which implies that whatever the assumption we have taken, M at this place is not possible. Follow here, and M cannot be at this place. As M cannot be here, then what is the other possibility? Can we have M at this place? And if M is here, 1, 2, 3, K must be here, isn't it? Yes? Now, K is below this M, and but whereas P is from Assam, isn't it? Then, now P is from Assam, now who is from Assam? P is from Assam. M and Punjab are not adjacent to each other, that is ruled out. Then next one, what is the other possibility? Can we have M at this place? M and Punjab cannot be adjacent, M himself is Punjab. Then, here in this one, how many persons? 3 persons. And P is from which place? P is from Assam. And P is Assam, and O and Goa. O and Goa, there must be exactly 2 people. As there are exactly 2 people, O cannot be here, isn't it? And O must be on the 3rd floor. Then Goa 1, 2, Goa, the one who belongs to Goa must be on the 6th floor. And K and M 3, N is from Sikkim. As N is from Sikkim, where should this N be? N must be on the topmost floor and it belongs to Sikkim. N is from Sikkim. And J, M is below this one, Goa and R we have done with this one. Then any other information left over here? And there are 2 persons between Goa, number of persons above J is below P. Above J and below P, J is here. And if J is here, who is the person left over? And L is the person left over, L is from Nagaland. And next one, and K lives below M, and 2 persons between Nagaland and Kerala. Now between Nagaland and Kerala, there must be exactly 2. K is from Kerala. And if K is from Kerala, O is from Haryana. Done? Now this is about question numbers 11 to 14. The next one, and 15 onwards, 15 to 17, these 3 are based on syllogisms. Only a few mobiles are phones. Only a few mobiles are phones, but not all. Only a few mobiles are phones. Then how to represent this one? There are only few mobiles which are phones. Mobile and a phone, this all mobiles cannot be a part of this phone. And only a few phones are laptops. Only some of the phones are laptops, but not all. And all these laptops are what? This entire laptop is a part of this computer. And no computer is a keyboard, no intersection between computer and the keyboard. Then first one, all keyboards can be mobile. Now tell me, this entire keyboard can be a part of this mobile like this or not? Yes, it is a possibility. Second, some computers are phone. Some computers are phone, computer and a phone. This is the intersection of these 2, that's again 2. And so what is your answer? Both 1 and 2, that is choice 1, question number 15. Then 16th one. Now in the 16, only A's are B's means all these B's are a part of this A, and this B must belong to O only for A, and it does not belong to anything else, isn't it? And next one, almost A's are C's. Almost means almost is nothing but some. Some A's are C's and no C is D. Then coming to the first conclusion here, all D's can be A's. Now this entire D can be a part of A or not? No. Whether I can able to bring D like this or not? Yes. Hence it is possible. Some C's are B's and some C's are B's, it is not at all possible. Hence what is your answer? Only 1, that is choice 1, question number 16. The next one, 17th one. Only a few cups are bottles. Only some of the cups are bottles, but not all. Now this cup and a bottle, this entire cup is not a part of bottle. And no bottle is glass, no intersection between glass and all mugs are bottles. Now this all mugs are what? Bottles. Then first one, all cups or glasses is a possibility. Now this entire cup is a pot of glass. In order to make it possible, glass should be like this. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Hence, first one is wrong. Second, all cups can be bottles. This entire cups can be bottles. Now, this entire cup must be part of this bottle. Is it happen? No. Why? Because now said only a few cups are bottles, but not all. Hence, what is the answer here? Neither one nor two. And neither one nor two, and it is given which choice? Choice for question number 17. Then, the next one 18 onwards, it is based on circular arrangement. And how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons seated around a circular table and facing towards the center. Now 8 persons seated around a circular table facing towards the center, and the one who is to the make left of F is facing the one who is sitting to the left of it. Now here we are talking about the one who is to the make left of F. If F is here, the one who is to the make left of this person is this, and that person is facing whom? Facing the one who is second to the left of it. This person is facing this one, and that person must be second to the left of the B. Are you getting this point or not? The one who is to the immediate left hand side of F, that is this person, is facing this person, and this person is seated second to the left of B. Then seated second to the left of B. Then what is the next information we have? Seated second to the left of B. And where should this be? B must be this B. The next one, and number of persons sitting between F and B, same as G and B. F and B, G and B there must be, and F and B and G and B there must be exactly 2. Between F and B there are 2, and between G and B there must be exactly 2 people. And T and F are immediate neighbors of each other. Now T and F, T can be either here or here, there are 2 different possibilities. And V is south to the right of, if T is here, V is south to the right of T is not possible, then V and G must be in the same place. And T is here, and V is south to the right of T, V is here. And S is immediate to neither F nor V, and S is neither immediate to F nor V, and F cannot be here, and S must be adjacent. Then S is not adjacent to F1. And Y is immediate left of V. Y is immediate left of V. L is one of the persons among all, L must be here. Then, now this is about question numbers 18 to 21. The next one, 22nd. How many such pairs of digits are there? What is the number we have? 9, 7, 5, 1, 2, 6, 4. Then each of which has as many digits between as I have between the numerical series. Now starting with 9. And 9 and 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2. 1 and 2 there is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 there is 1 more. Now 2 and 4 there is 1 more. Isn't it? The next one. And in the reverse 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Hence, how many pairs you have? Only 3. And only 3. And it is given which choice? 22? 22 choice. The next one, 23. Now, in this 23, it is based on family tree and blood relations. How many persons are there? 7 persons in a family. And 3 generations and 3 couples means how many persons got married? 6 persons got married and 1 person is unmarried. Then C is the father-in-law of D. As C is the father-in-law of D, that is D's spouse's father is C. Now C is the father-in-law of D, and H has only 2 children. Now this H is having only children, there are only 2 children to this H. And K is the brother of G. K is the brother of G. Can you take like this or not? K is the brother of G. Then K is the brother of G. F is the father of H. Now who is the father of F here? F is the father of H. Now this F is the father of H. F is the father of H. Then H who is a married woman. Now H is what? H is a married woman. H is a married woman, and C is not the child of E. And C is not the child of E. As C is not the child of E, then E and F. Now C is here and H is here, isn't it? Then F must be this. And if F is here, now F and E are married couple, because there must be 3 married couple here. And whatever this one, H is here and H. Now if you take H at this place, now this H is, and H is having 2 children. And H is having 2 children, that is C and H are married couple, isn't it? If C and H are married couple, this H is having 2 children, and one is K, the other one is G. And one is K, the other one is G. Then K is a male, and E is the grandmother of G. E is the grandmother of G, and there are 4 females in the family. H who is a male. C is not the child of E. As C is not the child of E, and C must be, C is not the child of E. Hence, C is, who is C? Now C is not, H is here, and H and C got married, and C is not the child of E. And C is what? C is a male and H is a female. Now, how many children are there to this H? K and G. Isn't it? K and G. Then, H has only K is the brother of G. K is the brother of G. And C is the father-in-law of D. H has only 2 children. K is the brother of G. F is the father of H. H, who is a married woman. H is a married woman. C is not the child of E. E is the grandmother of G. E is the grandmother of G. And there are 4 females in the family. As there are 4 females in the family, then this D should get married to whom? Now 4 females, 1, 2 were there, and again there are 2 more females, isn't it? And out of which D cannot be a female. D can be male or a female? Male, because K is here, K must be married. Now 1 more female is there, G must be a female. Then, because there are 4 females is possible in this. Then who among the following is the sister-in-law of G? G is sister-in-law, G is brother's wife, that is D choice to 23. And if M is the husband of G, M and G are married to each other, M is the husband of G, G is a female, M is a male. Then how is M related to H? Now H daughter's husband. Daughter's husband, that is son-in-law, choice 5, question number 24. And how is K related to F? Now F's daughter's son. Daughter's son, grandson, that is choice 4, 25. The next one 26 to 29. Then in this one 26 to 29. Now there are some 6 students A through F are attending a class in 3 different months. October, November, September, October, November. 2 different months. 2 different dates, September 11 and September 22nd. And October 11th and October 22nd. And September, October and November. November 11th and November 22nd. Then how many people are there? 6 persons were there. Now these 6 persons attend a class on these 6 different dates. Then first one, no 2 students can attend the class on the same date. A attends the class in the month which has only 31 days. And A attends the class in the month which has only 31 days. How many possibilities we have for this A? A can be October 11th or October 22nd. And only 2 attend between A and D. Now in between A and D there must be exactly 2. Now here again D must be first. And C attends the class immediately before E. Now C and E must be together. C attends the class immediately before E, but not in the same month. But not in the same month, C and E must be like. And C attends the class immediately before E, C and E must be like. Then next one, no one attends the class after B. Hence B must be the last. Here this case is not possible. Then who is the person after here? And one more person, that is F. F must be. Done. Now this is about question numbers 26 to 29. Then next one 30 onwards. Yes, tell me what is the information we have. Now 30, 32 to 32. And now it is based on direction. Now in this direction 30 to 32, Arun starts walking 4 kilometers towards south direction to reach K. Now this is the starting point of Arun. From here he covers 4 kilometers to reach K. From K he has taken 6 kilometers towards east, isn't it, to reach a point L. From here 6 kilometers east to reach L. Then he takes 3 kilometers towards right hand side and to reach a point F. And then he takes 3 kilometers towards rise to point H. Now from here 3 kilometers to reach to point H. Then from H he has taken 7 kilometers towards north. From here 7 kilometers towards north, then 3 plus 4. Now this is 3 and this is 4, 7 kilometers north and to reach point M. And 7 kilometers north to reach point M. Now out of this. And next, and from point M he has taken 6 kilometers east direction to reach O. From here 6 kilometers east, 3 up to here, another 3 more and reaches to O, 3 and 3. Then finally he has taken 4 kilometers towards south to reach T. From here 4 kilometers towards south to reach point T. Then what is the direction of T with respect to Arun's starting point? Now T with respect to the starting point of Arun to reach to T from A, first I need to move towards south and east to southeast. Now southeast choice for question number 30. Then 31, what is the distance between O and Arun's starting point? Between O and Arun's starting point, this is how much? Now out of this 6, this is 3 and 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 9 kilometers, choice for 31. And 32, and distance between O and H. Now we need to find out this distance here. The horizontal distance is 6 square, that is 36. And the vertical distance 4 plus 3 is sum of 7. And 7 square is 49. Then what is the sum here? Root over 85, that is choice to question number 30. Then the next one 33 onwards. Now 33 to 35, these are based on inequalities. Then coming to the first one. Now in the first one, the relation between D and H. Now D and H. Now D is here and H is here between these two. Now there are two opposite symbols and nothing can be drawn between these two. K and L. K is here, L is here. Here K lesser than L is definitely 2, only 2. Only 2, that is choice to question number 33. The next one 34. Now in this 34, the relation between S and T. S is here, T is here, S lesser than T, definitely 2. N and Q, Q and N. Now between Q and N, opposite symbols, no relation can be drawn. And so only one, that is choice 1, 34. Then next to 35. Now in this 35, K and O. K is here and O is here. Which element is common? And P is common, K to O. Now P lesser than or equals to K and P greater than or equals to O means O lesser than or equals to P. Now from here to here, O lesser than or equals to K, K greater than or equals to O. First one is definitely. And the second J and O. J is here, O is here. J to P, P to O. J greater than O is 2, lesser than O is false. And so what is your answer? Only one, that is choice 1, 35. The next one, 36th one. How many such pairs of letters are there? Isn't it? Now we need to find out the pairs LACHRY MOSC. Now in this one, pairs we need to start from the beginning. LMNOPQRSTU. No letters matching. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. H, I, J, K, L, M, N. And R, S, T, U, V, W. Why there is no letter more than this one? Isn't it? Left to right, not even a single pair we have. And again in the reverse, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Yes, there is no letter more than this one, no need to count it all. O, P, Q, R, there is a pair here. S, T, U, V. M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Why no letter more than this one? R, no letter more than H, I, J. And so many, there is only one pair. 36. Then 37th one. How many persons are there? There are some 10 persons. And seated in two parallel rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in one row and 5 in the other row. Now 10 persons were there and they are seated in two parallel rows. The distance between adjacent persons A through E are in 1. Now A through E are in F1 and the remaining persons P, Q, R, S and T, they were in 2. The next one. D is sitting opposite to the one who is sitting second to the left of R. Now second to the left of R, D is sitting opposite to that one. D is sitting second to the left of, D is sitting opposite to the one who is sitting second to the left of R. If R is here and second to the left, opposite is, isn't it? And next one. And A is an immediate neighbor of D. A is an immediate neighbor of D. A can be either left hand or right hand. P is sitting third to the left of the one who is facing B. Now P is third to the left of the one who is facing B. P is opposite and third to the left 1, 2, 3. P must be this. Are you getting this one or not? And next one, sitting third. B is not facing R. B and R are not opposite. Only one person is sitting between T and the one who is facing A. S is an immediate neighbor of the one who is facing C. And S is not at the end. Now S is not at the end. As S is not at the end, now we need to start with the possibilities here. Then because definite information is not given anywhere else. Hence let us start with this P. Now if P is there are two persons, opposite is P. Are you getting this one or not? And B and R are not opposite to each other. And R cannot be at this place. As R cannot be here, then where should this R be? And D is opposite second order. Now can we have D at this place? D cannot be at this place, isn't it? D is opposite second right. D cannot be here and D cannot be here. Then what is the only possibility we have? D must be here. Now D is your opposite second right, is R will be here. Then if P and where S is not sitting in, S is an immediate neighbor of the one who is facing C, and C is not an immediate neighbor of B. As C is not an immediate neighbor of B, now C can be here, C can be here. Then if C is here, S will be here, C is here, S will be here. Isn't it? How many possibilities we have? Two possibilities. S is an immediate neighbor of the one who is facing, as immediate neighbor of the one who is facing C. C who is not an immediate neighbor of B. C is not an immediate. And next one. A is an immediate neighbor of D. As A is an immediate neighbor of D, A must be here. Now if A is here, C must be here. Now if C is here, S is here. And A, B, C, D, E is the person left over. Isn't it? Then now we are left with two more persons. So all those two P and only one person between T and the one who is facing A. Facing A, S and T, there is exactly one. If T is here, the left over Q will be here. Then now this is about 37 to 40. Done with this? Then next one. Yes, any number series questions in this paper? No? Then let us start with this RRB PO Prelim. Now check out how much time we have taken for this one. Around some 26 minutes. And 26 minutes for what? 26 minutes for what? Now to solve the questions, to explain the questions and so on, isn't it? That means for the entire process it has taken 26 minutes. But as for you people, it is not necessary to explain to anyone else, isn't it? That means your task is to only solve for yourself. And my task is not to solve for myself, but whereas for yourself. And the ideal time for you is exactly half the time I have taken. As I have taken 26 minutes, you are supposed to complete this one in 13 minutes. Or around 16 minutes is ideal. Okay, ma? Definitely. Then coming back to the next question. And next paper, RRB PO Prelim. Unless and otherwise you are so fast like this, you cannot able to clear tier 1 in RRB Clerk. Now, among all the preliminary examinations, prelims in all the bank examinations, let us take for example SBI PO, SBI Clerk and RBI Assistant and so on, IBPS, then tell me which examination is difficult to clear, which prelims is difficult to clear. Which examination is difficult to clear? RRB Clerk Prelim is difficult to clear when compared with SBI PO. Why it is so? Because in RRB you do not have any English, no English section. That means accuracy will be more. Unless and otherwise you got an answer, you will not mark as the choice in quant and reasoning. Follow quant and reasoning definitely answer ustene pedtaru. Lekapothe pettam kada, we cannot take a chance. When English is included, we'll take for a chance. Because no one knows what is the correct answer for this English for most of the questions. Hence, now in this one the accuracy will be more, obviously the cutoff will also be more. And out of those 80 questions, you are supposed to score minimum 71 to 72 in order to clear your cutoff in Andhra Pradesh. Isn't it? And this is the highest cutoff in any examination. Hence, clearing RRB Clerk Prelim is a difficult task. Then, next one. Next one is PO Prelim. Then coming to this PO Prelim, RRB PO Prelim, paper number 50. Now in this paper number 50, RRB PO Prelim, then question number 1. Now the first 4 questions are based on what? And strike line. Now how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons seated in a strike line and facing towards north. Facing towards north, first or the second priority? Definitely under the first priority. Then 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8 persons are there seated in a strike line facing north, and but not necessarily in the same order. And there are 2 persons between H and D. D who sits at one of the extreme. Now D is at one of the extremes. There are 2 persons between H and D. If D is here, 1 to H will be here. That is one possible, isn't it? Then, and in the next case, and there are 2 persons between H and D. D who sits at one of the extremes. And in the second case, D can be at the left extreme. 5, 6, 7, 8. Second case, D is at the right extreme and H will be here. One side, there are two persons between H and D, D who sits at one of the, and one person is sitting between H and G. H and G, G who sits second to the right of C. And one person, can we have G at this place? Not possible. Why? Because that person must be to the right hand side of C, second to the right. And G is here, second to the right of C is not possible here. Then, hence the first case is completely ruled out. Now we have left with the second case. Now in the second case, then G cannot be at this place because C and H must be in the same place. Then one person between these two, G is here, and G is seated second to the right of C is. Then, and as many persons between C and H same as G and H. C and H, how many people? 3. G and A, there must be exactly 3 people. A is here. And G and A who is not immediate to E. A is not immediate to E. Number of persons sitting to the left of G is of the number of persons sitting to the right of G. Left of G, how many? 2. And right hand side of G, we need to have 4 people. And 4 people to the right hand side of whom? And number of to the left of G is half the number of sitting to the right of. Right hand side of B, we need to have 4 people. B is here. And B is here. Any other information regarding E and E and F? E and F. Now A who is not an immediate to E. A is not immediate to E, E is here. If E is here, F is. Done? Now this is about question numbers 1 to 4. Then coming to question numbers 5 to 8. Then fifth one. Now in this question number 5 to 8, the relation between F and K. Now K is here, F is here, K, F lesser than K, and B and H. Now between B and H, 1 lesser than, 1 greater than, 2 opposite symbols, no relation. Choice 1, question number 5. Then sixth one. Now in question number 6, R and W. R is here, W is here. R greater than W is 2. Equal to is false, greater than is 2, only 2, that is choice 2, 6. Then seventh one, G and N. Now in the seventh, G and N, G is here, N is here, between these two. 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, 2 opposite symbols. J and O. Now between J and O again, there is 1 greater than, 1 lesser than. Neither 1 nor 2, choice for question number 7. Then eighth one. Now in this side, K and N. K is here, N is here, K lesser than, N is 2. O and S. Between O and S, O lesser than or equals to S is also 2. Hence both 1 and 2, choice 5. Now question number 8. Now here, we have started at 2:40. Now the time is 2:42. 8 questions done in just 2 minutes. Malajayal. Then with explanation. Without explanation, only 1 minute for all these 8 questions. Then coming to this 9 on. Then 9 to 12. 9 to 12. How many persons are there? There are some 7 persons. Now 7 persons, so all those 7 PQRSTUNV. They are working in different designations, doctor and so on, and each one of them owns different salary. Now a parameter is added to this one. As a parameter is added to this one, the chances of being difficulty will be a little bit more. Hence, let us keep this one in the second priority. Because maybe syllogisms could be there after this one, they are much easier when compared with this one. In direction sense, blood relations, all those are easier when compared with this. Let us keep this one aside. And first you need to work out all the questions that can be done in lesser than 2 minutes. Now what is the basis to determine whether it comes under the first priority or the second priority? How to determine? As soon as you have seen the description, how to find out whether it falls under the first priority or the second priority? Number of parameters, fine. Next, at the same time, once you have gone through these parameters, then you need to decide how much time it will take for you to solve that one. And if it is taking lesser than 3 minutes, it comes under the first priority. And if it takes more than 3 minutes, then it must go under the second priority. Clear? What is the blue litmus test to this one? Whether how much time it is taking. Lesser than 3, first. More than 3, second priority. Because there could be some more questions which are much easier that can be solved in lesser than 3 minutes. Okay? Then, now 9 onwards, let us keep this one for the second priority. Then, up 9 to 12. Whatever the questions you are leaving, you need to make a note of this one. Because you cannot check out for which is left or which is left or and so on. And 9 to 12. What is the parameter given to this one? 9 to 12. 7 persons. Then, next parameter, that is profession. Next plus salary. Then, hence it is the second priority. Then coming to 13 onwards. As question number 13, 13th one Japan. And what is the number we have? and number is 42637894 5. Now 42637894 5. Then 1 is subtracted from each odd digit. 1 is subtracted from each odd digit. This is 1. 1 is subtracted from each odd digit. This is 2, and this is 6, and this is 8, and this is 4. And 1 is added to each even digit. Then 1 is added to each even digit. This is 5, 3, 7, 9, and 5. Then all the numbers are arranged in ascending order. What is the sum of the second and the fifth from the left? Now second and the fifth from the left hand side. What is the second one? 2 and 3. 2 is the least and 3 is the second. Isn't it? Then next one after this 3. Now 2, 3, next one 4, and next one 5 and 5. Then what is the sum of these two? 3 plus 5 is 8, choice. 13th one, choice. Then 14. Now in this 14 and 14 to 16, 3 questions given under this one, graduations. Y is the father of whom? Y is the father of M. Now this Y is the father of M. C is the granddaughter of H. H is the mother of M. Now H is the mother of M. Y and H are married couple. And out of which, whatever this C, and C is the granddaughter of H. And C is the granddaughter of H. There is a possibility of C here. Maybe C is the child of M, or C is the child of another child of H. Isn't it? Then M, who is the father of K, M is the father of whom? M is the father of K, that is fixed. And next one, R is the paternal aunt of K. Paternal aunt. R is the paternal aunt of K. R is here. Paternal aunt means R is the paternal aunt. R is a female. That means M and R are the children. Are the children of Y and H. R is the paternal aunt. And paternal aunt K. N is the son-in-law of H. N is the son-in-law of H means daughter's husband. N is the son-in-law of H. Then R is the mother of J. And R is the mother of J. R is the mother of whom? R is the mother of J. And T is the grandfather of J. T is the grandfather of J. As of now, Y is the grandfather of J. Agent T is also the grandfather of J, means T must be the father of N. And K is the only brother of C. Now this K is the only brother of C. C, who is the child of L. C is the child of L. L and M are married couple. M is a male, L is a female. And next one, and N is the son of T. Now this N is the son of T. The family has only 3 generations. Done? Then how is N related to T here? N is the son of T. How is N related to J? Sorry. N related to J. J is the father. Father, that is choice to question number 14. Then 15th one, how is L related to R? R's brother's wife. Brother's wife is sister-in-law, and that is choice for 15. And 16, how is R related to C? And R, C's father's sister, that is aunt. Aunt, choice 1, 16. Done with this? The next one, 17 to 20. Now in this 17 to 20, how many persons are there? There are some 8 persons seated around a rectangular table. 8 persons seated around a rectangular table. And out of which, and 4 persons, and 4 at the corners of the table and facing the center. Now these 4 at the corners are facing towards the center, and centers are facing away from the center. Centers are facing away from the center. Then no 2 persons sitting each other according to alphabetical order. Chalas are important. And another persons are seated according to alphabetical order. Then F is facing away from the center. Now where is this F? F is away from the center. And E sits out to the right of B. And 1 person between F and C. In between F and C, how many people? 1. How many possibilities do we have? 2 possibilities. And C can be here, or C can be either right hand side to F or to the left hand side. And there is a second possibility as well as to this one. And in the first case, these persons are center, and these are away from the center. Then these are away from the center, isn't it? Then coming back to this, F and C we are fixing like, and we have done with both the possibilities. And F is facing 1 person. E sits out to the right of B, and 2 persons between A and D. Equal number of persons between G and H. H is an immediate neighbor of C. And equal number of persons between G and H. That means G and H must be opposite to each other, isn't it? Now G and H are opposite to each other, and G and B are immediate neighbors. Now G and B are immediate neighbors. If G and B are immediate neighbors, now which 2 persons are opposite we have? and equal number of persons, H is an immediate neighbor. If H is here, that is one such possibility you are talking about. Then G and H are opposite to each other or not? If G and E sits out to the right of B, 1, 2, 3, E sits out to the right of B, then and two persons between A and D, and equal number, H is an immediate neighbor of C, G and B are immediate neighbors. As G and B are immediate neighbors, can we have B at this place? And if B is here, E sits out to the right of B is not possible, isn't it? Or if you take B at this place, E sits out to the right of B is not possible, isn't it? Hence this case is ruled out. Then let us check out with this one. Ikkada H and G must be opposite to each other. And H is opposite to what? H is opposite to C, isn't it? Now, ikkada inko case kuda undi, second case, isn't it? Now in both the cases I am taking the same case. Then the second case in both the cases. Then H is here. Now if H is here, G will be here. Now if G is here, then B is adjacent to G, isn't it? As B is adjacent to C, B is here. B is here. E sits out to the right of B is not possible. B cannot be here. Then B is here. B is here, E will be here. And E sits out. And there are two persons between A and D. And two persons between A and D. And two persons between A and D, ARD and ARD must be in this. Then out of which, they should not be in an alphabetical order. As they should not be in an alphabetical order, D cannot be here because D and E cannot be adjacent to each other, isn't it? As D and E cannot be adjacent to each other, then what is the possibility we have? And D is at this place. But D could this go to D. Now D is here, A must be. Then any letters that are adjacent to each other? No. And this is the final arrangement. Then now this is about question number 17 to 20. 17 to 20, then 21st. Then 21 onwards, it is based on directions. Now, directions 21 to 23. Now, in these directions, now P is 4 meters to the west of Q. Now, P is 4 meters to the west of Q. Q is here, and P is how many meters? 4 meters to the west of Q. And Q, which is 3 meters to the north of R. And Q is 3 meters to the north of R, 3. And T is 4 meters to the west of U. T is 4 meters to the west of U. U, which is 3 meters to the north of U. And U is 3 meters to the north of U. X is 6 meters to the south of W. X is 6 meters to the south of W. And W is 8 meters to the west of U. And W is 8 meters to the west of V, 8 meters. And T is 6 meters to the north of S. Now T is 6 meters to the north of S, isn't it? Any information that is come, P is 4 meters to the west of Q, Q is 3 meters to the north of R, S is 8 meters to the east of R, S. Now S is how many meters? 8 meters. S is 8 meters to the east of R. P is 4 meters to the west of Q. And U, which is 3 meters to the north, X is 6 meters W. And T is 6 meters to the north of S. Now this T is 6 meters, this is 3 and 3. And if T is here, now T to U, how many meters? 4 meters. Now this is 4 meters, this is U. And again U to V, there are 3 meters. Now the distance is V. And V to W, how many meters we have? 8. Now 4 plus 4, 8. Now W will be somewhere here and then W. Then find the shortest distance between X and R. Now X and R. Now W and X, what is the distance here? 6 meters. Now 6 meters, X is here. Out of this is 3 and this would be 3. Out of this 8, this is 4 and this is 4. Then X with respect to R. X and R, the difference 4 and 3. 4 square plus 3 square is how much? 5 meters. And X with respect to R, X is southeast. Southeast of R, 5 meters southeast. Choice for question number 21. The next one, 22nd. Find the other one out. R and W. R and W, and R is to the southwest of W. X is to the southwest of T. And P is to the southwest of U. And S is to the southwest of V. And Q and X. Now Q and X. Now Q is to the northeast of X. And so what is the odd one here? Choice 5 is the odd one, 26. Then 23rd. If M is the midpoint of R and S. Where is this M? M is the midpoint of R as well as S. That means M must be here. Then find the shortest distance between U and M. Now the shortest distance between U and M. M is here, U is here, we need to find out. 4 plus 4, 8. 3 plus 3 is 6. 8 square plus 6 square, that is 10 meters. And U is with respect to M. North and east, northeast, choice 123. Then the next one 24 onward. Now in this 24 there are 9 different color cars and are parked in a building but not necessarily in the same order. The building has 9 floors and 1 car is placed and one of these vacant floor. One of them is a vacant floor, then one of them is a vacant floor. 24 to what? 24 to 27. 24 to 27, 10 floors plus 9 cars and plus a parameter. Color is there or not? Color is there. And then we need to find out, and 10 floors, 9 cars and a vacant as well. And definitely it is the second priority. And because vacant is also there, then next one. And 24 to 27 comes under the second. And 28 to 30 are there here. And they are syllogism. Only a few cats or dogs. Only some of the cats or dogs, but not all. Cat and a dog. Some cats or dogs, but not all. And next one, no dog is a bat. No intersection between dog and a bat. And next one, each rat is a bat. All rats are bat. And first, all rats can be cat. Is it possible or not? This entire rat can be a part of this. Can I bring this rat like this or not? Yes. And it is possible. Some dogs are not cat, that is true. These are the dogs which are not cat. Now to make this one false, I need to prove all dogs are cat. Is it possible or not? Yes, we can able to write that. Alternate diagram to previous conclusion false. Then what is your answer? Only one. Only one, that is choice for question number 28. Then 29th one, no rose is green. Now no rose is green, rose is here, green is here. No rose is green and few greens are left. Only some greens are left. And only a few leaves are trees, some leaves are trees, but not all. Then coming to the first, all roses can be leaf. This entire rose can be a part of leaf or not. Ma roses anni ikkada తీసుకురావచ్చా? Yes, it is possible. And some leaves are not roses. Now these are the leaves that are not roses. True or not? Yes. Then no rose is a leaf and some leaves are not roses also true. Now to make this one false, I need to prove all leaves are roses. That means I need to draw the diagram like this. Is it possible to write rose like this or no? And then alternate diagram cannot be drawn. This will be true forever. Then what is your answer? Both 1 and 2. Choice 3, 29. Then 30th. And only a few pens are pins. Only some of the pens are pins, but not all. Only some pens are pins, but not all. Only some pens are pins, but not all. Most pins are phone. That means some pins are phone. And every phone is a photo. All these phones are what? And all these phones are photos. Then first, some photos are pens. That is false. No photo is a pen, definitely true. As no photo is a pen is true, to make this one false, we need to prove some photos are pens. Is it possible or not? Now photo I am extending like this. Hence this will be false, this will be true. And so what is your answer? Either 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2, that is choice 2, question number 30. The next one, 31. Now in this 31 onwards, 31 to 35. Now Japan first or the second priority. 31 to 35, 10% linear and opposite direction means 1. And some are facing south direction but not necessarily north. Persons who are facing opposite direction means one of them north and one of them south. Isn't it? Hence all together how many 10 persons in a row? And some row, some north, some south. Now Japan first priority or second priority? Definitely under first. For this paper is concerned. Why? Because you already left 2 sets for the second priority. And we cannot do each and every question for the second priority, isn't it? Then, hence it must be under the first priority to this paper itself. Now again the priorities will also change from paper to paper. Okay, 5, 10. The next one, C is seated second to the right of A. And C is seated second to the right of A. Now the direction of C is not known, isn't it? C is seated second to the right of A. And 4 persons seated A and E are at the extreme ends of the row and facing the same direction. A and who is the other person? A and E are A and E. And C faces north. I make information here. C is facing towards north. As C is facing towards north, A is also facing towards north. As A is also facing towards north, these two persons, A as well as C, both must be facing towards north, and C is seated second to the right of A. Whether this one is fixed or not? Now fix అయిపోయిందా లేదా? Now C sits second to the right of A and C is facing towards north. And next one, A and E are sitting at the extreme ends. A is here, E will be here. And C sits second to the right of A. Now the direction of this C, C direction ఏంటో తెలిసిందే ఇంకా లేదు కదా? And C faces north. అక్కడ నుంచి start చేస్తాం. C faces north. Then C and A face. Then next one. And C sits 4 persons sit between E and H. In between E and H, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, and H must be here. And 4 persons between E and H. Then next one, A and E are the extreme ends of the row and facing the same direction. And A and E are also facing the same direction. E is not. And D sits second to the left of G. D is seated second to the left of G. G, who is neither immediate to H and G. And G is not immediate to H and G. G cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. Are you getting this one or not? And cannot be here as well. Can be here or not? G. Then G can be here. Can be in these two alternate cases. Because the direction is not given. Now D sits second to the left of G. G is neither immediate to H nor E. And G cannot be H and E, isn't it? Now G cannot be adjacent to H or E. G is here, then H will be here. Or if G is here, and what is the other one? D. D will be adjacent. ఉండే ఛాన్స్ ఉందా లేదా? మేము మాట్లాడలేదు. Now here the direction is not known, right? Then now more than 3 persons between C and G. More than 3 persons sit between C and G, isn't it? More than 3 means 4, 5 and 6. Hence 1, 2, 3. More than 3, 4. Hence G must be at this place. Are you getting this one or not? More than 3 means 4. Now if G is here, D must be here. Now if D is here, then D sits second to the left of G. G must be facing towards north. D is facing towards north. And more than 3. Number of persons sitting to the left of C. There are 2. And is 1 lesser than the number of persons sitting to the right of B. Right of B, there must be exactly 3 people. Hence B must be at this place, isn't it? Now B can be either here or B can be here. There are 2 possibilities. If B is here, B will south, and if B is here, B is facing north. Then B who does not sit immediate to E. B is not adjacent to E. B is not adjacent to E. F sits second from one of the extremes. And F sits second from one of the extremes and facing opposite to C. And F can be second from the left to second. Less than 3 persons between F and D. Now between F and D lesser than 3%, hence F and D lesser than 3, F must be D. Isn't it? Then only, and F is second less than 3 persons. I and J are immediate neighbors of C. I and J are the immediate neighbors of C. B cannot be here. I are J and I are J. And H sits to the immediate left of D. And H is to the immediate left of D means D must be facing towards north. And J sits to the immediate right of C and H. And J is to the immediate right of C and H. Now J is here, H must be facing south. Then only J is to the immediate right of these two. Then who is the person left over here? I is the person left. Then, and J sits, I and J are facing opposite direction. I and J opposite to whom? B and E respectively. Now B and E. E is facing towards north, and B must also be facing towards north. Then I and J must be facing towards south. Done? And F. What is the direction of this F here? And F sits second from one of the extreme and opposite to C. Now C is facing north, F is facing. Done? Now this is about question numbers 31 to 34. The next one. Then 35. Now in this word entrepreneur, and if each constant is changed to the next letter. Now in this word entrepreneur, Now each constant is changed to the next letter. Constant NO, NTU, RS, PQ, RS, NO, RS. And each consonant and vowel change to next vowel. Now EI, 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 UO. And UA. Vowel change to the next one. And then, so formed arranged in alphabetical order from right to left. Right to left, they are in the ascending order. Left to right, it must be in the descending. How many letters are there between the letters which are second and the sixth from the right hand? And second and the sixth from the right hand side. Then all the letters are arranged in alphabetical order. Now this is A. And what is the next letter to this one? I. I is here. Next to I, how many I's we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't it? 4 I's were there. Then, and what is the next letter to I? The next letter to I is O. Now between the second letter and the sixth letter, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sixth from the right end. Now which are second and sixth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now between I and I. Now is there any letter between these two? How many I's were there here? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is here, hence here it must be O. Now between I and O. I and O, how many letters are there in between? The English alphabet. Difference is 6 minus 1, 5. 5 choice. 35 choice. Then 36 onwards. And 36th one. How many meaningful words that can be found with the 2, 4, 5, 7? Now 2, 4, 5, 7. What are the letters we have? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now L. Then tell me what are the words that can be formed. L-A-M-E, lame. Isn't it? The next one, M-E-A-L, male. Anything else? M-A-L-E, male. As of now, there are 3. Next. 3 words. Anything else? And M-E-L-A, mela. Isn't it? Mela is, what do you mean by this mela? It is a function. Isn't it? Mela, that is Hindi word taken into English. Okay, though it is a Hindi word. Now the meaning of this mela is also clearly given in English. And mela has been taken. Then anything else? And A-L-M-E, alme. Then what do you mean by this one? Alme? Alme means a performer, a singer. A singer. Hence how many? That is choice. Then 36. Then 37 to 40. Now this is the last one we have, and it comes under which category here? And boxes. Now how many persons? 7 persons. 7 different boxes, different colors. And there are only 2 boxes between Selva's box and the box which is brown. Now Selva and the box which is brown, how many? There are only 2. And Selva and brown, and there are exactly 2 in between. The direction is not known as of now. And only 3 boxes between Shravani's box and silver. And silver and either of the boxes is at the top. Either silver box is at the top or Shravani's box is at the top. Now silver is at the top in the first case, and in the second case let us take Shravani is at the top. Then there are only 2 boxes between silver and Shravani. 2 or 3? And 3 boxes. Now 3 boxes between Shravani and silver box. And Shravani and silver box, this is Shravani. And between Shravani and silver box, how many? 1, 2, 3. And this must be silver box. Done? And either of the boxes, one is placed at the top. And silver is above Selva. Now silver is above Selva box. Now silver is above Selva, and but not immediately above. And silver is above Selva but not immediately. Now at least at this place Selva is here, isn't it? And silver is above Selva and but not immediate. And silver is above Selva but not immediate. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hence Selva must be here. Now follow here the Selva's box is here. Then silver is above. Now silver is above this Selva but not immediate. And Selva can be any place below this one. And the box which is pink is immediately above melon. Now pink is immediately above this melon. Melon and pink must be adjacent. and the box which is green is immediately above Shravani. And above Shravani, immediately above Shravani, there is a box which is not possible. And this case is completely ruled out. And which is immediately above this one? The box which is green is immediately above this one. Now this must be green in color, which is immediately above this. Now green is immediately above this Shravani. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are two more boxes below this Shravani because silver is at the top. One of the end is closed. Then only one box between Madhu and Roshni. Neither Madhu nor Mohana is yellow color box. Mohana does not have orange color. Box which is placed brown color immediately above Mohana. And brown is immediately above Mohana. Madhu is above Roshni. Shalva's box is placed above Shravani. Shalva's box is placed above Shravani. Isn't it? Above Shravani. Then what are the possibilities we have? Shravani's box which is pink in color. Now Shravani's box which is pink in color, and pink is this person is Milan, isn't it? Because pink and Milan must be adjacent to each other, and Salva and brown there must be exactly 2. As Salva and brown there must be exactly 2, and we cannot take Salva at this place, isn't it? If you take Salva, Salva and Salva are not adjacent to each other, and Salva cannot be here. Salva must be above this one, hence Salva is here. Now if Salva is here, there are two boxes between Salva and the brown color. Now brown is at this place. Are you getting this one or not? Then Selva, Shravani, Milan were done. Now we have one information regarding this. Only one box between Madhu and Roshni. Now between Madhu and Roshni there must be exactly 1. Then what is the possibility we have here? Madhu and Roshni there must be exactly 1. Isn't it? Now in these two places. And they get Madhu and Roshni. And neither Madhu nor Roshni has yellow color box. Madhu and Roshni, and they do not have yellow color box, and Mohana does not have orange, and Mohana cannot have orange color box, and Mohana is not orange color box. Then Mohana box which is placed brown is immediately above Mohana. Brown is immediately above Mohana. Mohana is here, isn't it? Brown is immediately above Mohana, and Mohana is Madhu box is above Roshni. And Madhu's box is above this Roshni. Now where should this Madhu? Madhu is here. Now this Madhu is here, and above this whom? Above this Roshni, Roshni. Now the persons were fixed now, and the colors if you check out. And Mohana yellow, and yellow is ruled out for this Mohana, isn't it? And next one, yellow is ruled out for whom? Neither Madhu nor Mohana. Madhu is yellow is ruled out. And Selva must have yellow color. If Selva is having yellow color, then any other information regarding the next? Now there are two colors, orange. And what about this orange here? Now Mohana does not have orange color. Mohana orange color is ruled out, and Madhu must have orange color. Now if Madhu is having orange color, the color that is left over is white. Then who is the person left over? One more person. I mean, ఎవరు మీరు పేరు చెప్పండి? Ravana. Now Ravana must be at the top. Then, now this is about question number 37 to 40. Then 37 to 40. Now we were left with the remaining two. And what are the remaining two? Now the first set is what are the questions we have left over? Then how do we know? And for that one we need to take the help of this. Isn't it? You need to write down on your rough paper. 9 to 12 and 24 to 27 tell me, then we need to compare this. Then between these you tell me which is easier. 9 to 12 is easier. Now let us start with this 9 to 12. Okay. Now 9 to 12. Now in this 9 to 12, what is the information we have? And 7 persons working in different designation. Now the persons were given. As the persons were given, let us fix the persons here PQR, ST, PQR, ST, U and V are the 7 persons. Now it comes under distribution, and we need to find out the profession at the same time the amount they are earning. And accountant earns 50,000. Who is accountant? As of now we do not have any information. Accountant got 50,000, and Q earns 72. Now what is the earnings of this Q? Q is 72. And S is a doctor. Now what is the profession of this S? S is a doctor. S is a doctor, and T is an architect. R earns more than 50. R earns more than 50,000. R is more than 15 and T is an architect and earns more than P. Now this T is an architect and earns more than P. Now T is getting more than P. And next one, U earns 45,000. Then what is the salary of this one? 45,000 is U. U earns 45,000 and V is a ticket collector. Now V is a ticket collector and U is either a teacher or an engineer. Now U either a teacher or an engineer. Either teacher or an engineer. And bank manager earns more amount than the architect. Now manager more than whom? More than T, more than architect. And this manager can be this. And P, T and the manager. And next one, and R is not a bank manager. R bank manager is ruled out. As R is bank manager is ruled out, then tell me who is the bank manager here? Either P or Q, isn't it? Now P cannot be the bank manager because manager got more than P. And so who is the manager here? Now the bank manager is Q is the bank. Are you getting this one or not? And Q is the bank because manager got more than P and T. And next one, and doctor does not earn the least amount. And doctor cannot be 35. And doctor, what is the least amount of all these? 35. Doctor cannot be 35. Accountant owns 50,000, isn't it? Then who is accountant here? And T, U, V, S cannot be P and R. And P and R is an account. R is getting more than 50, isn't it? As R is getting more than 50, and this person R cannot be an accountant. Then who must be an accountant here? P is an accountant. And he earns how much? 50,000. And P, an accountant, earns 50,000. Then accountant, manager, doctor, architect, and teacher or an engineer, R and U in any order, isn't it? R and U in any order. Then doctor does not earn the least. Engineer earns fewer amount than accountant. Engineer got lesser amount than accountant. Engineer got lesser amount than accountant. Hence, now manager is getting more than T. Now this manager is getting more than T and accountant 50 we have done with this information. Now the amounts are also clearly given. 35, 42, 45, 50, 65. And out of which 50 completed and 72 completed. Then 45 completed. My next thing R earns more than 50. As R earns more than 50, R can be either 65, 72, 82. 65, 72 or 82. 72 is ruled out and this person can earn either 62 or 82. But in the possibility is either 62 or 82. Then 62 or 82. Then now engineer earns fewer than an accountant. Now this person R earns more than 50 and engineer must be lesser than this one. Then who is an engineer? U is an engineer. And if U is an engineer, now this person is a teacher. Then now the provisions were done. Now we are left with only the amounts we have. Then doctor does not earn the least amount and doctor 35 is ruled out. As doctor 35 is ruled out, then 35, tell me who is the person who earns 35? Architect, and T is an architect. T is more than this P, isn't it? That means T got more than P, P is 50. And what is the amount of this one T? Either 62 or 82. And 62, 82 are, what is the other thing left over here? 65. That means it cannot be lesser than. And lesser than doctor cannot be 35, T cannot be 35, and this ticket collector is 35. Then TC is 35. Then any other information? And Q earns 72, and S is a doctor, and accountant. R earns more than 50, and T is an architect and earns more than P. T is more than P. As T is more than P, P is 50. More than T, and so what is the amount we have? Leftover amount. Now 65 is leftover or not? Now T is 65. Now if T is 65, then between 62 and 82 there are only 2. Now doctor is little lesser than. Little less than what? No, doctor does not earn least amount. Micro information. Teacher earns more amount than doctor. Now teacher amount more amount than doctor, and teacher amounts 82 and the doctor is 85. Now 82 is there. Sorry, 80. Now R is 85. Now if R earns 85, then what is left over here? 42. Now this portion must be done. Now this is about question numbers 9 to 11. Now we have left with one more set, and that is 24 to 27. Now in this 24 to 27, now there are 9 different color cards: black, pink, white, and so on, and in a building which is having 10 floors, and 3 cars between. Now 3 cars between what? And there are 3 cars between black color and yellow color car. Now 3 in between black and yellow. Number of cars between. Now black and yellow, and black can be above this yellow, and black and yellow. How many cars are there? Exactly 3. And 3 parked in between black and yellow. Or yellow is above, and this is 3. Now 3 in between yellow and black. 3 cars between black and yellow. Number of cars between black and blue same as below orange. Black and blue. Number of cars between black and blue is same as below orange color. Below orange color box. Then orange color, and the black color box color car is even numbered floor above the floor. Now the floors were given, isn't it? As the floors were given, how many floors you have? 10. Now 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now here, now the black color is parked on an even number car above 4. Above 4 black color. Now if you take black at this place, isn't it? Now black is above this one. If black is here, yellow can be above or yellow can be below, isn't it? Now yellow, 1, 2, 3. There are 3 in between. Yellow can be here, or 1, 2, 3. Yellow can be here. There is one possible. And in the next possibility, if you take black at this place, then 1, 2, 3. Yellow is, isn't it? And these are the 2 possibilities. We have one more possibility, that is black at the 10th. Then the next one, black color park even number and above the 4. So 4 cars are between yellow and a vacant car. Now between yellow and vacant there must be exactly 4. Yellow is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this must be vacant. Now here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 7 is vacant. Are you getting this one or not? Now which is vacant here? Either 7 or 9th one are vacant. And 4 cars between yellow and vacant. The gray color car is immediately below yellow. And gray is immediately below yellow, gray is here. Now gray is immediately below yellow, gray is here. And next one. Neither white nor yellow is parked in the 4th number. Neither yellow cannot be on the 4th number. Then this case is ruled out or not? Neither, which do? Neither yellow nor white can be at the 4th. Neither yellow nor white. And yellow and white cannot be at this place. White, 4th place is ruled out. The next one, the blue color box is above black but not parked on the 8th. Blue is above black but not on the 8th. And where can we have this blue? Blue can be either at the 9th place or the 10th place, isn't it? Blue is 9th or 10th. Now if you take blue at this place, blue, then black and blue, how many are there? Between black and blue, how many cars are there in between black and blue? One number of cars parked between black and blue. Enna black ki blue ki majlo? Only one. Ide kada one kada. It is talking about number of cars parked in between, but not the number of floors in between. Now there is only one color car, one car parked between black and blue. Hence there must be one below what? One below this orange. One below this orange, is it possible? No. Because yellow is already there at this place. Which implies that blue cannot be on the 9th floor. Are you getting this one or not? Now if blue cannot be on the 9th floor, then where should this blue? Blue must be on the top floor. Now if blue is on the top floor, 10th floor, then the number of cars between black and blue, there are 2. And there must be 2 cars below this orange. Where should this orange? Orange must have been 2 cars below this orange. And next one, and the white color car is immediate to red color car. White and red are adjacent to each other. White and red are adjacent to each other, maybe 9 and 8 or 4 and 5. And number of floors below yellow, same as above pink. Number of floors below yellow, there is 1. And there must be only 1 above this pink, pink must be here. Now if pink is here, white and which two are opposite? White and red are opposite, white cannot be on the 4th floor, white must be on the 5th floor. If white is on the 5th floor, red must be on the 4th floor. Then what is the only color left over here? Grey, yellow, orange, red, white, black. Green. Now green. Now green must be on the 8th. Clear? Now this is about question numbers 24 to 27. Done with this paper? ఇంకేమైనా ఉన్నాయా పేపర్లో? Yes? Number please. 56. Then coming to question number 56 to 60. Now in this 56, find out the wrong number. Now the numbers are the decreasing order, hence we need to start in the reverse order, isn't it? Then in the reverse order, if you observe here, the difference is so much of 5. Next difference is 10. And 70 and 87, what is the difference we have? 17. And 87 and 118, what is the difference? 87, 13 plus 18, and that is so much 31, isn't it? Now 31. Then 87 and then 118 and 150. 87, 13 plus 18, 31. And next one, 18 and 150, what is the difference? 30. Then what is the wrong number? Now 5 can be written as 2 square plus 1, 3 square plus 1, 4 square plus 1. Next must be 5 square plus 1. 5 square plus 1, how much to be added here? 26. Then if you add 26 here, 18, that means the number is 113. And 113, next one is 6 square plus 1. That is 150. What is the wrong number? 118. And the correct number is 113 choice. The difference between the numbers are n square plus 1. 2 square plus 1, 3 square plus 1, 4 square plus 1, 5 square plus 1, 6 square plus 1. Then coming to 57. Now in this 57, numbers are increasing at a smaller rate. Then we need to check out for difference. 4 and 34, what is the difference? We have 30. And 34 and 61, 27. And what is the next difference? And 23. And next one, 84 and 102. And 16 plus 2, 18. And this is 16. Then 30 and 27, what is the difference? We have 3. And here the difference is 4. Next one is 5. Next one must be 6. Now 6 means 12 must be subtracted. If you subtract 12, 118 is the wrong. 12 must be added to this one. 102 plus 12, 114. Hence 118 is the wrong number, 114 is the correct. Done with this? Now this is about question number 57. Choice 5. Then next one. As 58. Now in this 58, numbers starting with 5 and ending with 2, 3, 6, 3. Numbers are increasing at a very fast rate, and it must be product or combination. Now 5 into 1 minus 1, 4 into 2 minus 1, into 3 minus 1, into 4 minus 1, 20 into 4, and into 5 minus 1, 9 into 5, 45 minus 1 is so much. 5 minus 1, 4 should be the last digit, and 396 is the wrong number. Done? And next one coming to 59. Now in this 59, then now 8 and 14. 8 and 14 numbers in the decreasing order, hence we need to start in the reverse. 8 into 2, 16 minus 2. 14 into 2, 28 plus 2. 30 into 2, 60 plus 2. 124 plus 2. Into 4 plus 2. Isn't it? Then what is the wrong number we have? 8 is the wrong. Now in the place of 8 we need to take now 6. 6 into 2 plus 2. 8 is the wrong number and 6 is the correct number. Done? And next one 16. Now in the 16, numbers starting with what? 9, 5, 6 and so on. 9, 5, 6 and so on, 9 and 5. And it is more needed to what? Number once decrease from there onwards, it is increasing into 0.5. 9 into 0.5, 4.5 plus 0.5, that is 5. And 5 into 1 plus 1. Next one into 1.5 plus 1.5, 10.5. The next one into 2 plus 2, 23. Then next one into 2.5 plus 2.5, and 2.5 plus 2.5 we need to have a decimal. Hence the 40 is the wrong number choice. Done with this? And next is quant.